12th of May, 1982, the day when 2 goals from former England striker Trevor Waymark in the colours of Grimsby Town at Filbert Street, Leicester, confirmed Wrexham's relegation from the second tier. They played one final perfunctory match here at the racecourse ground 3 days later in something of a state of disarray, with their manager having been sacked and 2 of their star players declaring their desire to leave the sinking ship. Since then, they have enjoyed some great nights in Europe, but they have also endured the experience of keeping alive their National League status by the wafer-thin margin of just 0.08 of a point in the COVID-curtailed season of 2019-20. It's extraordinary to think that in such a short period of time they have travelled so far, and now they believe anything is possible. Carlan Grant. Fizzed across, and the first real chance of the game is missed by Tom Fellows.
Oh, brilliant from Carlan Grant. Gets the ball into a brilliant area, and actually Callum Styles has the first little half chance there. Look, doesn't get that right, and it falls beautifully for Tom Fellows, who really goes for power on that weaker left foot. Gets it wrong.
Fellows, he's got it in there. Price in the right place, right time, and it's West Bromwich Albion who strike first and crash the Wrexham party.
Well, Jude Bellingham famously said, who else, didn't he, after scoring a brilliant goal for England at the Euros? I think we could probably say the same here, because this young man has been on fire at the start of this season. He's a real goals threat. He just seems to judge his movement into dangerous areas really well. There's a little bit of fortune, because the cross, I think, takes a little deflection off James McLean, and that little deflection proves pivotal, I think. But what a great finish. He keeps it hard, he keeps it low. No chance for Danny Ward. That is a smart finish from a very smart young player.
Well, I don't think they would have been under any illusions. Ryan Reynolds and Rob Mack just in front of him. That the gap between League One and Championship would be anything other than very difficult to bridge. Styles into Grant. Now the chase is on. In the end comes out the winner. Malumbi, Furlong on hand. And a bit of space to work with.
Well, again, brilliant from Carlan Grant. Continuing from where he left off last season. An impressive start to this game. It's this drive and determination. He wins the ball back. He doesn't rest on his laurels. Into a dangerous area. It would have taken something spectacular from Darnell Furlong, but worth a go.
Matty James. They want offside against Broadhead. Theory not about to be tested. Dobson imposing himself well for the first time. Excellent play. James McLean. And Griffiths has a save to make.
Well, there it is. First save of the game for Josh Griffiths. He's got a decision to make here, but they win it back high up the pitch for the first time in the game. And does he take the strike on his left? He decides to come inside. I'm not sure that was creeping in. This probably will give us a better idea. Probably not, but Griffiths can't take any chances.
Can Wrexham take theirs from the set piece? More coming in!
Well, I think he would expect better of himself. I mean, he gets isolated, spins round the back, and he's got the run on Hegerberg, I think it is. And he really has to keep that down. Big chance, probably the best that Wrexham have had.
Dobson. Ryan Mason a little concerned Wrexham were able to get out as straightforwardly as they did. Here's McLean, there's O'Brien! And there is an equaliser for Wrexham! A Dragon's roar! And Lewis O'Brien with his first goal in Wrexham colours.
Kiefer Moore, good movement. Watch the little movement. Dobson aware, Kiefer Moore's in, but watch Nat Phillips there, drops off, doesn't come with him, wants to stay in the middle, and that gives Kiefer Moore free rein. Picks out McLean, maybe gets a tad fortunate that it drops to Lewis O'Brien, but he gets a good strike on it, and he gives Griffiths no chance. Wrexham out of nowhere a level, but Nat Phillips, that decision there has proved costly, really. Wrong choice, and it's been punished.
So Wrexham get us away in the second period. Found some genuine positivity in the closing stages of the half. There's a definite feeling that Albion could have get the boot down a little harder. But Kiefer Moore hasn't given this up. And O'Brien waits. Lovely flick. Broadhead!
Do you think George Campbell is going to be a mighty relieved young man? He's trying to let that go for a goal kick. Kiefer Moore having nothing of it. Brilliant from him. What a flick from Lewis O'Brien. The only thing missing is the finish. It's brilliant from Kiefer Moore and O'Brien.
Maybe 1 or 2 points to make from Phil Parkinson and Steve Parkin. Barnett. Griffiths feeling he couldn't come, drilled by McLean. Furlong in the way, and a little bit of momentum building. Cleworth trying to find some freedom. It's Cody who attacks it.
He's under a little bit of pressure, Connor Cody, and it's certainly not as good as his chance down at St Mary's last week, but having got there, again, he's going to be a fraction disappointed. Can't guide that onto the target.
Well, Jed Wallace and Mikey Johnston offering a different threat from the wide areas, you would imagine, but not necessarily in Jed Wallace's case. Well, he has an early opportunity here, Johnston, and Wallace there with him. Instant impact! Well, don't you love it when a plan comes together? Ryan Mason making a double change, and the dividends are handsome.
Well, I think the first thing to say is when you see a ball go in at the near post, you always first look at the goalkeeper. Has Danny Ward got his position right? But it's simple, it's a long ball. Hegerberg does really, really well. Mikey Johnson finds Wallace. He's got no right to score there. Danny Ward, to me, just seems a little bit flat-footed. He's not expecting it. I just wonder. Yeah, he's going to be disappointed. He's going to be really disappointed, the goalkeeper. Credit Wallace, he's hit the target. He's got plenty of power, but that shouldn't really be finding the back of the net for me.
Akite now to Malumbi. Furlong. Oh, Malumbi's got away from Brunt. Oh. And a moment of huge disappointment for Hegerberg, but the pressure's still on. Johnston's delivery, and there we go. Isaac Price's sensational start to the season continues. My word, isn't he proving excellent value? And West Bromwich Albion look as though they have the points in an iron grip.
Yeah, there's that cushion that of a West Bromwich Albion persuasion you would crave, really. But this is all about Jason Malumbi, really. Initially, tenacity, brilliant. And then they kind of get in a bit of a muddle here. But once they get the crossing opportunity, look where Isaac Price comes from. And then look, he gets on his bike, drifts in between two big central defenders. Nobody picks him up. He's got a free header. It's brilliant movement. And it's a simple task to nod the ball past the goalkeeper from there. You suspect that should be game, set and match.
Oh, and Smith has given Wrexham hope almost at the very last.
Well, is there time? That's the key, and the Wrexham staff just asking the fourth official now, but it's Wrexham all over, isn't it? Get the ball out wide, whip in a good quality delivery and flood the box. And it's Sam Smith, the beneficiary. Longman's delivery is excellent, and Smith attacks it well. Simple header, but is it too little too late?
Gets a goal to at least increase the biting of nails in one corner of the racecourse. But he is the toast of West Bromwich, the price right, and very, very good value today. Isaac Price with a double, two contrasting goals, and two very vital ones that have seen Albion through to their first away league victory of 2025. But it is defeat on their return to the top flight at the racecourse after 43 years. Fine margin again for Phil Parkinson and a broad smile for Ryan Mason. In the end, it has to be said, a job very well done. And for most of them, probably their first trip to the racecourse ground is a very happy one.